Papi, the Vaughn podcast, back with another episode here. Brendan Tobin alongside the man himself,
What's
Mo
up,
Vaughn.
B? How are you doing today?
I'm very good. I'm very thrilled because we got ourselves an absolute legend joining us here, a three-time champion, a baseball Hall of Famer, the man they call Big Papi, David Ortiz. I mean, this is pretty cool. We got two of the greatest Red Sox sluggers of all time joining us here on the program. David, thanks for the time. Really appreciate it.
Hey, thank you for having me. It's an honor. You know that Big Mo, man, he was uh one of my biggest hero, one of my biggest guys that I always want to watch and learn from him. Matter of fact, in our days, I always had questions for him and he always had answer for me. So I always want to be like him.
Man, it was tremendous, man. You had what a great career you had. What a dominating force. You know, you came to the Sox in 2003. We
Mhm.
hadn't won anything yet. You guys go down to Yankee Stadium and get beat again. You know how hard it is. So I'm, super proud of everything you've done, everything you've accomplished. What a great career you had, man. It was sweet to see. And also, I got a couple good things for you. First of all, congratulations, to the Hall of Fame, man. Like, I haven't seen you. That's a tremendous honor. You earned that. It's just tremendous for you to be doing what you did under those circumstances,
Mhm.
bringing all different types of players from many backgrounds together to come to Boston and do that was just great. And I want to tell you, for all of the extended guys that ever played in the Red Sox, we were all very thankful in 2004 because you lifted that weight off of us and we could walk honestly with our shoulders held high, in
Mhm.
Manhattan or wherever we were, where all these freaking crazy Yankee fans, and we could talk trash to them now. Um, we all do appreciate it. So, bro, thank you for that.
I gotta tell you, Big Mo, you start that up. I gotta tell you, uh, in my early days in the big league, every time I thought about Boston, I thought about you because you was the force. I remember when I first came into the big league in 1997, I always had questions for you. I remember every time we played the Red Sox, I wanna get there to see you because I always had questions because
Yeah,
you know how the games go. The game it's all about learning. We are
right.
retired now and we're still learning about the game. You gotta stay humble so that can come to you, you
We got to
know.
pass it down, right?
Do you know what I'm saying? So with you always, every time I had a question, I remember one time I asked you, Mo, what is your mentality with men in score position? What's going through your mind? And I remember you told me, Papi, you know what? All I want to do is stay through the ball. I'm strong enough to let the ball get deep and do whatever I want with. And that's all I think about. It's his problem, not my problem. He
Right,
got to throw the ball through this diamond, trying to get me out. And it's my job to execute it whenever I see the opportunity. Remember, Papi, they always going to pitch us stuff because they know how dangerous we are. And whenever you get the opportunity, you got to be ready. And when you
right.
say that to me, I see it on your eyes. Your eyes got big. You know what I'm saying? When you say that to me, your eyes got big, and I was like, here comes that monster. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
you pass the torch to a guy like myself. And when you talk about it, I feel how proud you feel about the things that we did because your engagement, your personality, and the way you want us to get better, it was there every day. So, like I said, it's an honor for me to be here talking to you guys.
Man, those are tremendous words, and I appreciate that. I think it's always so important as older guys or guys who have had longer times of service to pass it down. Lefties,
Hmm.
we're always together. We don't got to talk. We know what it
Nah.
feels like. You and I both know for your career, we faced, And people don't understand this. We faced the specialized lefty every night in the 7th inning,
Hmm.
and we faced the closer every night in the 9th inning to either win or stay in the game. Whatever we had to do, we were on that realm. So
Oh yeah.
when it comes to hitting, I think we got a doctor's degree on what it takes to be successful. You know,
Believe it
one
or
of the
not,
big things
yes.
one of the big things I used to talk to you about was, how much, and we were different hitters because you were lefty lefty. You
Hmm.
got through the ball, with that top hand rolling,
Hmm.
and you did some things. I always used to laugh, you struggling. Where we going? Green Monster, Green Monster, Green
All the
Monster.
time,
Let's get
all the
home
time,
and go to the Green Monster. Talk to me about that.
all the time. I tell you what, though, people sometimes don't realize that for guy
That
like
baby.
us, they don't want us to stand. They want us to keep. They want to keep us tight.
Right.
So the Green Monster, after many conversation with you, I kind of understand the importance of driving the ball that way. It was like a way out for us, to
Exactly.
be honest with you. It was a way out. The pitchers, they know that we can pull the ball, so they try to stay away from us because they
Right.
know we were good and we were quick right here, pulling the trigger right here. So I basically got to the point where in the batting cages, batting practice, I tried not to pull one pitch. I fall in love with that Green Monster until the point that even going to other fields, I used to
It worked
see,
for you.
oh my God, it was unbelievable. I remember Gene Rice one time came to me. I was struggling, and he went like, Papi, batting practice today, I want you to do this. I want you to focus on left center, right center, and try to hit a ball in between that gap right there. And
Right.
because I was pulling everything, I was feeling so uncomfortable trying to do that
Hmm.
because everything is one way. When guy like us get in a slump, it was because we were going only one way. The
Right.
pitch out of third, we were seeing it with one eye
Right.
because everything was going this way.
Hmm.
So he taught me, hey, get off the play a little and batting practice and force yourself to drive the ball in between that gap.
Right.
And let's see how they feel. At the beginning, I was feeling so uncomfortable. But once I got that rhythm, it was over
Yeah.
because we had the blessing from God that we were strong enough to not try to do as much.
Right.
We were strong enough. I remember, Mo, you hit a ball off of Randy Johnson. That ball was right here in your hands,
Hmm.
and you had that bat that was like 40 inches long, a freaking tree.
That's that's because I couldn't stay back. So I said, you know what? Since you don't know how to stay back, you need a longer bat.
No, but your bat was like, I'm telling you, like I had never seen a baseball player with a baseball bat that size. I used to have a couple of mold bat that he left behind that I used to use it in batting practice, bro.
Yeah.
Listen, when I used to go back to my bat, it was like a
You're ready.
toothpick. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. So I remember I used to go back to that video. This fast was 99 right here in the hand, and you just it was like okay right here. And I used to go back to those videos. I used to talk to my boy Billy, who used to
Billy, yeah.
archive all those videos. You know Billy, and I used to tell Billy, let me see my man Mo videos. And bro, let me tell you, I learned so much from just watching those videos, the engagement, your mentality, knowing like I was watching those videos and I was listening to you talking right here, the conversation that we already had. And I learned so much about how to play at Fenway Park because I tell you what, it had got to the point that when the pitcher saw that I was driving the ball with no problem, opposite field, and then they want to come to my house because but I end up forcing them.
You force him.
I
There's
force
nowhere to
them.
go, nowhere to hide.
No,
Yeah,
there's no way to
I
go.
got you
There's no way to
covered.
hide. That's exactly how it is. And at some point, it got to the point where like, okay, let's go to the next guy. But you put yourself in the situation. You know what I'm saying? You have to
Yeah,
force them. But bro, listen, without mechanic, it's not gonna happen.
right. Yeah,
Without
you knew your
mechanic, it's
swing
not gonna
very
happen.
well. You knew your swing, you knew your setup, you knew your timing. It was just let me just get the pitch that I can handle. It was
That's
awesome
it.
to see it. Like on television,
Hmm.
I could really see it. And to that note, let me ask you another question. I've always felt that my best 2 years that I ever had was when I had Jose Canseco sitting behind me. Basically, Kevin Kennedy came to me and said, "Mo, you're gonna bat third, and Jose's gonna bat fourth, and you're gonna run this team, and you're gonna know what's coming." Tell me what it was like, in my opinion, to have one of the best right-handed hitters to ever pick up the bat in Manny Ramirez hitting behind you. How did that had to feel like you were just sitting there waiting to strike. How did that feel?
When I had Manny hitting behind me, I was more of a free swinger because I know I was gonna get pitched to hit. So I used to
Exactly.
go to the play with the mentality. And let me tell you, you know who I saw doing that? Normal. With you
Right.
behind, with Manny behind. I was like, no, I go to the play, not thinking about what the pitcher gonna throw. No, he's ready because. And then I had a conversation with him, well, Papi, when I had guys like Mo, like Manny, like yourself hitting behind me, I know I'm gonna get pitches to hit. So I wanna be aggressive so I don't miss it.
Mm-hmm.
So I have Manny for a couple of years behind me, and I have zero worry about if they're gonna give me a pitch to hit or not.
Exactly.
Then Manny left in 2008, and then I had to begin to be more selective.
Mm-hmm.
I had to show them that I will walk if you don't pitch me. Because if you don't, they will eat you alive.
Absolutely.
Mo know that. The pitchers with dangerous hitters, they focus more. They hit the spot more. People, people would think that batters like us, we get it there. That's why we put up numbers. No, we had the discipline and we had to work on our mechanic on a daily basis. Because you miss a beat and all of a sudden you off for 30
Yep.
because they put that extra. I faced guys that they were throwing 94 to everybody else, 98 to me.
Yep. That's
That
how it
happened to
was
you all the time. And
all the time.
and I don't blame them. We were extremely dangerous.
Yeah.
So when you have a good hitter hitting behind you, you had to take advantage of. For example, I
Absolutely.
remember at the beginning of the season, Juan Soto make a comment about not having Aaron Judge behind him.
Yep.
And the people that don't know took that as a criticism with the player that he's into it and have behind him right now. No, no,
Right.
no, no, no. He make a great point. He basically say he was more of a free swinger when he had Judge, and he had to be more selective now because he don't have Aaron Judge. He wasn't talking trash about Pete Alonso, which is a great power hitter. You
Right.
know what I'm saying?
There's a
But it's
difference.
not like having Aaron Judge. Look at Aaron Judge the season that he's having, and I mean this guy is going for his third championship title. You know what I'm saying? When you talk about an MVP, I mean not his third championship title, his third MVP title. When you talk about guys at that caliber, MVP, those guys are not missing anything out there. Ask Mo, he was MVP. Ask him.
Yeah.
It just you have a player behind you with the extra stuff that
Right.
the
You got them
pitcher, the
too.
guy in the mound, he know. So he wanna get through you, so he know how to so he can deal with that guy. And the way they're gonna go through you is just here. Let me be done with you. So I deal with the headache. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly how it goes. So having a really good batter behind you is very important, especially if you are that good of a hitter.
Bobby, what's the you talk about Aaron Judge and all the regular season success that he's had, but like, and as a man who had to face all the postseason pressure, he's got that thing as like his next hump of like people are going to talk about, oh, do it in the playoffs. You feel like this is just an eventual breakthrough for him, or there is something there that he's got to get over to get the Yankees over the top?
Well, a lot of people are gonna hate what I'm gonna say right now, but I'm the type of person that I just want to see everybody doing well, and Aaron Judge is one of my favorite person and player because he is that good. He is so humble, so respectful. He's a guy that respect the game, respect the opponent. And when you see a player like that and you watch them struggle, you want to do something about it. Ask Mo if I'm right or wrong. I'm pretty
One,
sure Mo
one
had tried
thousand
to
percent.
connect with him and have
I was
conversation with him because the baseball game is like the military. You have general, you have sergeant, but those guys like him always respect the general until they get there. Aaron, when he sees me, so much respect. He always wanna pick my brain up. He wanna have a conversation so he can continue learning. And every time a player spoke himself like that, you became to be an open book. You know what I'm saying? So last year, Soto, that's one of my child. And
awesome.
I remember at some point during the playoff, Soto called me before the game, and Aaron have his locker right next to him. And the thing is that the playoff are short series. And as a being him, sometimes you get caught up because I went through it. I went through it at the beginning in playoff. Being myself, I was trying to overdo things. And the pitcher is running away from you, running away from you. You start chasing this and that. All of a sudden, you 0 for 20 in 4 games.
I was 0 for 15
I'm
in
telling you,
2000,
because you
2000
get caught into it.
in 1995. I'm
Hmm.
coming off the MVP.
Hmm.
We clinched so early, so I think I kind of had a little bit of like an exhale. We clinched with like 9 or 10 games.
Hmm.
Then you start playing a little bit here, a little bit there. I'm gonna get a couple of bats, and then all of a sudden you got to turn it on. You're like, oh man, this is real, and you're not ready. You're mentally
No,
not ready, and
you messed
then
up your rhythm.
your rhythm is off. You're facing the top two pitchers twice in a series.
Hmm.
Listen, we all know those first two guys, we got to battle 1 for 3 with a walk. Hopefully, we do some damage. But that 2, 3, 4, that 3, 4, 5 in the series,
You
we
don't
got
see
to
him.
eat them up. Now you're not
Yeah,
facing that.
no,
You're facing nasty 5 games. Like it's real. So listen, we don't like the Yankees
no,
at all. We just
at
don't.
all. At all.
But we like Aaron Judge. We
Oh,
like
Aaron
Aaron
just
Judge.
it's a very
And
beloved guy,
I just want
and,
him
mhm.
to succeed because the amount of garbage that comes when you don't playing in Boston, New York, Philadelphia, all these different places, it can be rough. And here's a good guy
Good guy.
that is and you know him. I've never met him. Hopefully one day I will meet him. But sometimes I just want to jump in the screen and say, "Oh man, this is what they're doing to you. This is how to do it." You know what I'm saying?
Hmm. Hmm.
But I hate to see him struggle. I hope he plays well and gets through this. But you and I both know how hard it is. Playoff
Oh
baseball is
man,
different than regular season baseball.
it's different. It's different. And you know what? I saw him doing a breakdown because as a baseball analyst, that's all we do. Do
How was it? You
breakdown.
look good when you're doing that. What's going on? You got all this money flying around with Fox. You got the damn what is that? You got the briefcase. You open up the briefcase. You're throwing money
Just
around. What the hell's going on over there?
hey, when people see money, people get happy, Mo. You know that.
You got the big chain, and you got the hair. You lined up, mohawk, got the lined up. You straight. What you guys are having fun, but that's how it's supposed to be, bro. That's how it's
Oh,
supposed to be. You
absolutely,
know what I'm
absolutely. And
saying?
the most
That's how it's
important
supposed to
thing
be.
we talking about the things that we know and the things that we like. And early this year, I saw Aaron doing a breakdown about what he's working on his swing, bro. And to be honest with you, I don't think this guy is gonna ever struggle again
I
because
hope so.
he figured how to get from point A to point B. He remember this guy is 6'8".
Right.
He's way out of the strike zone.
Yep.
He had to work his way to get into the strike zone. That's
And he
something
got to work his way down,
exactly.
get his
People
head
don't
down in the
know those
strike zone.
details.
Yeah.
When you are 6'8", bro, when you are up here and the strike zone is down here, you have to work your way in a you got to do your thing in a type of way that you got to come from being a mountain all the way down to the valley
Yep.
in a short period of time because remember you are 6'8" and your arm are extremely long.
Yep.
So he got this pattern where he shortcut his swing, and the year that he's having, it's not coincident.
No.
We are used to seeing him doing those type of damage, but the way he has been able to maintain throughout the season his swing, it says a lot to me. That means he figured it out. He know how to stay consistent all year round. Remember, we are 3 quarters into the season already, and the guy is
Mhm.
doing damage every day, and he's one of the most dangerous hitter out there. And to me, that says a lot. To me, I don't see him struggling at all this year.
I just want him to get on. I want to see something when the playoffs start in that right center gap with some backspin, so he just gets on his game.
Oh boy, let me tell you, that
That's all I
guy,
want to see.
he's
Now I don't
so
know if I want him to
strong.
win, but I just want him to play well.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
really do. I
Do
just want
damage,
him to
Aaron
play
Judge,
well.
but don't be the Red Sox.
Exactly. Let me let's
It's a double-edged sword there.
yeah,
You can
Yeah.
wish him well, just not against your team.
exactly. Let me ask you one question that I think the two of us have been through, and it's a gauntlet. What would you done? What would you have done with the Rafael Devers situation?
Well, to be honest with you, I love that kid.
I
I
know you
I
do.
I love him. I met him when he was 15, and and I'm gonna wish him well about time. Because you know me, I'm a guy that I had a good heart, and that goes for everything.
Hmm.
Situation over there got a little bit out of control, and at the end of the day, to be honest with you, uh, I think his situation should have been handled better. Uh, I think as an organization, we need to start teaching the
Communicating.
players. We need to. This is very important. What I'm gonna tell you. We need to start, with all the respect, showing the player that when you are wrong, we're gonna let you know. We're not gonna let it fly because, and you know, Mo, you're a superstar, me as well. But as a superstar, sometimes when they let her get away with this, let her get away with that, they let her get away with it, you begin to engage yourself towards something that at some point became to be unstoppable,
Understood?
And I think that was the situation with him. They kind of covered up some situation on him, and it had got to the point that when they really want to have a conversation with him, he was not not engaged to it,
Right.
and that's why the situation turned out to be what he ended up being, But I
My
think
my
everything,
my
uh-huh.
my take on that is always communication, 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 talk, let people know where you are, let them know what you're thinking. both parties deserve the ultimate respect. He did a lot for Boston. He brought
Oh
Boston a
man,
world championship. He's one of
you
the
know
best
what?
centers in the lineup. But also, you can't go into your boss and tell him, I'm not doing something. That
Exactly.
will never work. You know, that doesn't work in everyday life, let alone Fenway Park life. You understand what I'm saying? When you make that statement, you know what's going to happen.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And you also know because people sometimes people nowadays, people in their mindset, they think that in baseball, when you get paid, you begin to be or you have the green light to do whatever you want. No,
Hmm.
it's the opposite. When you
Yeah,
get paid that amount of money, you know that you begin to be
you part
one
of
of
the
the
structure.
organization favorite favorite, but at the same time, you need to understand also that you are the face of a franchise. And there's so many
Hmm.
things that comes with that the best thing to do is just be humble about it and navigate through it because at the end of the day, the one thing that hurt me the most about Dever, I want him to be you. I want him to be me. I want him to end of his career because he got the tools. I want him to have a great career here in Boston and be the face of the franchise because that's all the organization always want. But
Right.
things didn't work out. Everything is a learning process. I hope he continue being the monster that he was for us, the force over there. He's a great kid. He
He could do it,
uh
man.
he
He could
just
do it.
he just
I hope he
he
does
just
it. I hope he
yeah,
plays
yeah.
well.
Sometimes it comes with time. You know,
Hmm.
he's a young blood and always wishing him the best.
Bobby, you talked about how you sought out Mo early on in your career. What's it like being like one of the godfathers of the DR? Like you, Pedro, these kids look up to you in this island. And like what do you tell these kids like trying to make it? You know, it's such a treasure trove of talent and they're all going to look to you as one of the figureheads of like that's how I do it. So I guess what's that responsibility like in this part of your life of kids looking up to you and how to make it to the big leagues the right way and embark on a career?
It's a challenge, believe it or not, especially with all the social media. Uh, for example, here people pay a lot of attention to social media. People blow social media here like it's nothing, and uh, guy like us, people would think that you just gotta sit down at your house and do nothing just because you already had a career, you're a Hall of Famer. Like I'm a family guy, but I also like having fun when I'm not doing anything. And people sometimes get caught up in the confusion with that. But at the same time, I gotta tell you, players are different nowadays. Players are different. The new generation of player, which is very talented. I mean, the bodies on these guys, the speed, the size. I mean, it's a special. But in the other hands, like for example, in my days, having a conversation with Mo Vaughn was like putting $1 million in my back pocket without doing anything. Just having a conversation with a monster. Because you know what? Every time I have a conversation with him, with Kirby Pocket, with Paul Molitor, Paul O'Neill, Delgado, Giambi, those guys, they will put the like every time I walk away from them after the conversation, I was on beast mode because what they feed you with, it was with what was needed. Because this game, you can go out there and physically play 75%, but you can never go and play 75% mentally. You got to be 110% all the time. And that's what those guys used to do in those conversations. Make sure that you were up there mentally. You know what I'm saying? Nowadays, players hardly have conversation with you about the subject. Everything is computer, everything is, you know, tablets, everything is on the phone. And the guys that understand how important is the conversational part of the game, those are the ones dominating out there. Because guess what? In our days, we had to get things done in a very special type of way in the minor league to be able to do that jump. Nowadays, you don't even have to put a number. You just need to have the talent. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't see crazy number. Like I had to hit 30 bombs in the minor league to be able to play in the big league. And once I got to the big league, they downed me in Minnesota into the last day I played. And then I go to Boston, they lose the leash on the beast, and then I became to be who I became to be. But everything was I doubt you, I doubt you, I doubt you, like down, boom, okay. And they down me, even putting up numbers in the opportunity that I got. You feel me? Think about not putting up numbers. You know what I'm saying? So nowadays it's like, all right, kid, go and figure it out. And a lot of the teams they eliminate the veteran players. Now the veteran guys, they're not even 30 years old.
Right. Yep.
So if we are the same age,
Where you gonna learn from?
I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's just something that the veteran guys always in our days always to give the young guys guidance. And that's how those guys became to be leader. Like, for example, I used to have a guy like Mookie Betts under my wings.
Right.
Who's Mookie Betts in the Dodgers? A
The man.
monster, a leader, a guy that in his younger days he learned how to become to be who he is. He had the talents, and then he add to it the experience. He learned early, not late. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm going to with the way. Like, don't take me wrong. I was at the All-Star game the other day, and I feel like a grandpa. To be honest with you, I saw a kid from the Brewers. He saw me and he just ran to take a picture with me. 23-year-old Felty. And I don't even know who he was, to be honest with you. Because
Right.
everybody like it's like walking into a college. The big league's like walking into a college. Like everybody, and I love it. But I just would like to see player dealing with a mental part of the game different because the talent as of right now, the B League, the Major League Baseball is carrying the best talent out of all time, to be honest with you. Power, speed, sizes, you name it.
So I don't know if you know this, but I have Vaughn Sports Academy out of here in Boca Raton.
Yeah, I know.
I have made a connection with DR players in my son's age bracket. So I provided visas for over 20 kids that come
Wow.
play
I
with
don't know
me
that.
over here. That's why I wanted to tell you. So we got to
Mm,
talk about some things.
of course.
The one thing that I love is that, you know, when my boys come over from there, they come here with a different attitude than the kids that play here.
Oh
And I
boy.
love it for my son because it pushes his level to rise to play with his friends from DR. And it's a great thing. I love those kids. Those kids come. I take care of them like they're pros. Um, and we go out and win. And it's been a tremendous relationship that I'm gonna continue to grow. Uh, it's been a great thing for me. I've been over to DR. I've seen all of the. I didn't even know that they had all, the whole DR league. I went over there. I
Mm-hmm.
saw all the teams and where they play. You know, it's what an experience it is. But those kids come to play.
I
They're
gotta
trying
tell
to
you,
get
Mo.
they're trying
I
to get
gotta tell
out.
you.
They're trying to
First of
get out,
all,
Dr.
yeah, yeah.
They're trying to
First of
get
all,
out. They're trying to make a life for themselves. They come here with the intent on taking advantage of every opportunity that is given to them. And I love that about them. And as long as I can, I will always do that. Just for that reason alone. And you know, my whole school coaching staff, we got, we from Colombia, Panama, Omar Moreno, he's over here. Yamid Had and Victor Gutierrez from DR. Our whole coaching staff is from everywhere, and I intend to work with all kids from everywhere just because of that alone.
I gotta tell you. First of all, Paul, on behalf of those kids, I gotta tell you, thank you, man, because probably for you, it looked pretty normal, but you're not doing it just for them. You're doing it for their whole family. Let me tell you the reason why those kids are so good. It's their way out. Their only way out. It's like when they throw you in the middle of the sea and you
Yep,
have to swim to get to land. That's how
the
those
sharks is out
kids.
here,
That's how they play baseball.
and
That's why
that's
they
how
are
they
so
play.
good. You know what I'm saying? People don't understand that. People always want to criticize players from the Dominican because of this, because of that. No, come down here and see it. Come and
Exactly.
see a kid that come from a family that had nothing to put on the table. A kid that come from a family that they are three, four, five brothers, and to have one meal a day, they had to battle. Those kids, when you put them on the baseball field, all they think about is what can I do for my family? I went through it.
Yep.
I went through it. I have an
That's why I
academy
appreciate it.
down here that had like 40 kids that they don't even like to go home in the weekend.
Right.
They want to stay at the academy because at the
It's
academy,
better.
you provide their meals,
Yep.
medicine, TV, Wi-Fi. I mean, it's like their phone house.
Yep. I get it. I
Hey,
seen
you
it.
want to go this weekend to mom and dad? No, no, I'm going to stay here. That's what
I've
people
seen
don't
it.
understand about these kids. And you're talking about kids at the age of 13, 14, 15, that they should want to be with their parents, especially in the weekend. You know
No.
why? Because the situations, the opportunities are not quite there. My
Right.
kid, like I have two boys. One is got drafted by the Red Sox, D'Angelo, and David Jr., who was signed by the Rangers. And those kids, like D'Angelo, he lives in Boston and Miami. And when he was like 14, I was like, I always used to bring him into the Dominican. But once he started chasing the baseball career, I used to bring him here in his school vacation. And he used to spend 2 months here. And whenever he go back to the US, his coach used to be like, what the hell was this guy doing, this offseason? And I used to say, he was just in the Dominican playing with the kids down there. They be like, damn, it's a big
Hmm.
difference because these kids right here, you see kids down here at the age of 13, 14, they will blow your mind. Their
Yep.
instinct,
I
their
get that.
ability, the way that they look at the game, it's unbelievable. That's why you see all this big league all of a sudden coming out of the Dominican Republic. It's the truth. It's the truth.
David, what was it that made you play the game with so much joy? Like when I think of you as one of the most, entertaining players. Always looked like you were having fun. Was there ever like any pushback on that? Was that something that you just needed to keep your mind clear through 162 games? Like where did that fun-loving attitude come from? Obviously very serious and you were really great, but man, it was always just a blast watching you play. It always felt like you were having the most fun on the field.
Well, to be honest with you, I engage myself to the Boston fans in a type of way. Mo know, he know, he know that these people is always expecting something special coming from us.
Hmm.
It's once you engage yourself to it, it's hard to just show up at the field without the mentality of doing damage. There's no way. Like once you walk into that field and you see this crowd going crazy about you want to do something special. So I take that very personal, but at the same time, you are in the room with another 24 guy that at some point during the season, things start turning down to be a little boring because it's a long season. And I used to just find a way to have fun, to make sure all my boys are all taken care of, and just go from there. I I I I used to throw party at my house for my teammates, bring the whole family. I like I used to
That's what
do
winners
it.
do.
I
That's what
used to,
winners do.
you know what I'm saying? I used to do it without thinking. I used to just do it. But now that I'm retired, I realize how important that was because my former teammates, they still talk about it. You know what I'm saying? But I was so engaged with the game, with the fans. All of a sudden, it was a sold out at Fenway Park for more than a decade. And I used to pay attention to all that. I used to pay attention to all that. I remember we finished third in the division 2006. And but that year I hit 54 homers and people it was like a distraction for the fans based on not making it to the playoffs after making it for 3 years in a row and finishing third in the division. So people it was a distraction. But I remember Theo Estein coming to the office and he asked me, Papi, what do you think we need to win next year? And I basically give him my idea. And he did exactly what I told him. And we went and won in 2007. We finished
See,
third 2006, and we won it all in 2007. And it was a great engagement in between the front office and us, the player. Because the last thing I was expecting is Theo asking me that question. Theo, who was an incredible GM, who was on top of his game. You know what I'm saying? But that's what happened when you want to give the fans what they deserve. You engage yourself in that type of way until you complete the mission.
I want to ask you a couple things that are going on in the game right now, how much you liked it because you were at the All-Star game. I
Hmm.
was a huge fan of the swing off. I love it. It reminds me of the hockey shootout. We're doing the ghost runner thing for extra innings.
Hmm.
I think this is a gold mine, Poppy. What do we think? Do you think this is popular enough? Mo didn't like the magic at bat when we talked about this
we ain't
recently.
doing no magic
No,
back. Come on,
I'm
bro.
telling you, Mo.
He keeps trying to get me with
Dude,
this.
Mo, the swing off
What we
was a
gonna
gold
put? The
mine.
Mickey Mouse ears on the top of her head and swing it? What are we doing? No.
Did you like the swing off? Should this be a regular thing?
Uh, well, me personally, it's how can I tell you? You wanna the baseball game, the way we were raised, it was everything was a battle. You wanna show me your best, I'm gonna show you my best. I haven't paid attention to the fans, the way they feel about it. It seems like everybody was excited at the stadium, the way it went down. Me personally, it was like midnight when that was happening. I want to get the hell out, and it was perfect for me. Fine, okay. But throughout the history of the game, bro, you want to see guys doing damage at the end of the day. That's why you have a whole bunch of superstars, the best player in the world, competing. And I don't know. I mean, everything is time nowadays. That's the reason why MLB and the commissioner created this because everything is time. The television is paying big money, but in a small period of time. And Everything is moving fast today. It's different in our time. Our time. You cannot sit down at John Blood for 4 hours to watch a baseball game. It's not gonna happen. If you want to get
Right.
them involved, you want to make it happen fast and quick. You know what I'm saying? So I think that and the timing and all that, it has happened because of it, because of the youth, and also the time in the television. If we want to continue, like there's a lot of money involved in baseball nowadays, a lot of money. And who's paying the money? The TV, television. And they have the absolutely control of everything as of right now,
Correct.
from what I see. So we're gonna have to stick with it, period.
I thought it was a blast. Did you see the swing off? Did you like it?
You know one thing that I didn't
I
like, and I asked, and they give me an answer. I was like, so why don't you guys have three of the guys in the National League that had the best game, and three of the guys in the American League that had the best game to go for the home run challenge? So if one of them end up winning, in your mind already, during the game, you're thinking about who's gonna be the MVP. And they told me, you know what? And Mo know about this. When once a guy get once a starter play the 4 or 5 innings that he's supposed to play, the guy shower and go because they want to
no,
take advantage of
he's on
the
the
day
jet.
off. He's on a jet. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? So how? So what? That's why they pre-pick the guys that are gonna be in the home run challenge. You know what I'm saying? So it was questionable because it doesn't matter. In a home run derby, it's easier to hit a home run than in the game,
yeah.
without a question. Okay? So I would say, you know, being said, if you have this home run challenge towards the end, the guy that have a good game, you got to tell him when you're taking him out, hey, listen, you got to stick around in case the MVP is available. You like it or not? Okay, we're gonna put three guys to do the home run challenge, but if the American League win and you have the best game in the American League, you win the MVP. And if the National League win and you have the best game in National League and they win, you're the MVP. I will say that that will be a better feeling because to me, I was thinking about, uh, for example, I was thinking about Pete Alonso, who have a really good game, and in the American League side, I have who do I have? Who had the best game in the American League? Uh,
On that, the A's got the cat from the A's.
Oh, Rooker.
oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So I'm thinking about those two guys, but then once this happened, everything is like little all over the place.
right.
But I think they should think about it, and it's the first time. So the first time you get away with a lot of things, unthinkable things. But we'll see. We'll see how that played out down the road because it's not gonna be a tie all the time. So
What about the virtual challenge? Do you like bringing that into the regular season? Because you had some all time umpire arguments. I mean, we've seen you obliterate a phone. I would miss that if it came down to the computers. Like, would you like this being brought into the regular season of being able to tap on the head and say, "Hey, let's bring it to the robots"?
well, I would say this: if that guy is sitting right next to you and me had that going on, the pitcher wouldn't be in so much trouble. Because I tell
Oh,
you what, those 2 inches of the play, that was a call on us automatically, pretty much of all time.
yep.
You know what I'm saying? Because I, I would say this. Uh, Umpires are not perfect. And you know what? It's not like you argue every pitch and ball or whatever. You found a way to talk to the umpire without you guys knowing. Like I had so many conversations with umpires without anybody in the stand or at the field knowing. And that's the respectful way to talk to them, right, Mo?
Yep, it
When
is.
you're talking to them, looking at the picture, and nobody know that you're having a conversation with the ump.
Right.
Okay, that's one way. But in the
I was
league,
too
in
damn
our
crazy.
day,
I wasn't even thinking about the umpire. I was in another zone.
oh yeah, oh yeah. I mean, I, I got my days, to be honest with you. That one time that I snapped that bad, it was because on top of the guy made a couple of bad calls on me. When when I finished that at bat, he basically in a type of embarrassing he basically embarrassed me. And
Yeah,
when I was walking toward the dugout, I start thinking about, wait a minute, have I earned my respect in this league or what?
exactly.
Those are the things that go through your head because when you are a rookie and you complain about a pitch,
You getting
oh, they get you
they're
because you are a
forgetful.
rookie. So now I'm a veteran and you're gonna get me still. No.
Right.
That was the thing that made me snap because I had a great relationship with the umpires, to be honest with you. I had an absolutely great relationship with them. But we all got that moment, that one moment that you lose it. Because let
Yep.
me tell you, the way I prepared to play every game, it was different. I got to the field by noon to play a 7 p.m. game. The umpire get to the field
Damn.
an hour before the game. You don't know what I was doing those 6 hours before the game, right? I know what I was doing, getting prepared for those four at bat. That's all I do, hit. And you're not gonna take it away from me. Nah. I'm not donating a bat right here. My thing was so serious that every at bat I want to do some damage. You know what? My a friend of mine went to watch me at Fenway one time. We a couple of friends. I went off for four that day. But you know what they say to my friend? Those at bat were worth it. He didn't get any hit, but the guys battled through it. And that is what I want people to take from me. Even if I didn't do well in that game, they saw me trying. You know what I'm saying?
They know you were there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely.
David Ortiz, this was a true thrill, man. Thanks so much for spending so much time with us. We
We leave it.
appreciate you.
We're done.
I think so. You got anything else for Papi before we get him out of here?
Come on.
Yeah. What this has been. This is what time is it? Wow, we've been on for like 55 minutes.
Damn, already?
Man, I want to thank you for coming on. It's been great. Great to talk to you, catch up with you. I think we gotta link up for some other things that we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
But man, Brendan and I really appreciate you coming on the podcast and good luck to you, whatever you're doing, bro.
Hey, thank you for having me, Mo. You know, man, that you are right here for me. You know that I learned so many things from you and watching you doing your thing, man. That really motivated me to try to do things differently. All those conversations that we have. I'm so glad that you are doing this. There's so many baseball people out there that they have so much to learn from you guys. And uh, it was an honor to be with you guys in the show right here. Anything, hit me up, brother. You know I got you.
All right, bro. See you later.
See ya.